Most people walk into a gun store and get robbed, not by the shop, not by the salesman, by the algorithm. Because the internet has convinced regular Americans that if your defensive pistol does not say Glock, SIG, or Smith & Wesson on the slide, then somehow you are undergunned. And that is flat out wrong. I have watched this happen for years. A guy walks in with $500. He wants a serious home defense gun, a real tool, something he can trust when the house is dark. The adrenaline is up. And there is no time to wonder if he bought a logo instead of a weapon system. But the market tells him the same thing every time. Buy the famous one. Spend more money. Get what everybody on Instagram keeps posting. Here is the truth most gun channels will not say out loud. Some of the best defensive pistols in the case are the ones nobody is talking about. Not because they are junk, not because they are weak, not because they failed, but because they are boring. They do not have celebrity hype. They do not have million-dollar launch campaigns. They do not have influencers pretending every new pistol is revolutionary. They just run, dirty, dry, with cheap ammo through long-range days, through bad weather, through real training. They just keep cycling. And after 18 years behind a gunsmith bench, I can tell you this. The pistol that may save your life does not care how popular it was online. It only cares whether the design is solid, whether the parts hold up, whether the extractor still grabs, whether the magazine still feeds, and whether the gun fires when it has to. Last month, a man walked into my shop, mid-30s, working man budget, right around $500. He wanted a serious home defense pistol, and like most people, he asked for the usual suspects: Glock 19, SIG P320, maybe a used Smith & Wesson M&P. So I walked him past the popular shelf, picked up a pistol almost nobody online talks about, and handed it to him. He laughed, because he had never even heard of it. And that right there is why this video exists. Today, we are looking at 3 pistols the market keeps ignoring. 3 duty-grade sleepers. 3 handguns that deliver the one thing that actually matters. Reliability per dollar. Not likes, not brand worship, not range bag fashion. Reliability per dollar. And by the end of this video, you may realize the best pistol under $500 was never the one the internet told you to buy. Number 1. CZ-P07. The CZ-P07 is a hammer-fired, double-action, single-action pistol, and it may be one of the most underrated defensive handguns in America. While everybody else is chasing the newest striker-fired trend, the P07 has just kept doing what CZ pistols do. It runs, it shoots flat, it feels serious, and it rewards people who actually train. This gun is not built around hype. It is old-school European combat thinking, in a modern polymer frame. The first thing you notice is the slide design. On a Glock or a SIG, the slide rides over the frame. That is what most shooters are used to. But on a CZ, the slide rides inside the frame rails. That gives the pistol a lower, more tucked-in mechanical feel. And from behind the sights, you notice it. The gun tracks flat. The recoil comes back into your hand. Instead of snapping the muzzle straight up, that lower bore axis helps you keep the sights moving less. And when the sights move less, follow-up shots get faster. That is not magic. That is geometry. Then you have the barrel. The P07 uses a cold hammer-forged barrel. That matters. Cold hammer forging creates a tough bore, a durable bore, the kind of barrel that is built for high round counts and long service life. If you are the kind of shooter who fires 1 box a year, you may never care. But if you actually train, if you shoot classes, if you run drills, if you put real round count through your pistol, that kind of build quality matters. Now let's talk about the Omega trigger system. This is where the P07 gives you real flexibility. You can run it with a deck hocker, or you can set it up with a manual safety. So if you like carrying cocked and locked, like an old-school 1911 shooter. You can do that, and if you prefer a heavier first trigger pull, with lighter follow-up shots, the decocker setup is right there. That is the advantage of double action, single action. But here is the catch. You have to train with it. That first trigger pull is longer and heavier. Then the next shots are lighter and cleaner. If you are lazy with your trigger work, this gun will expose you. But if you put in the reps, it rewards you. Accuracy is another strength. I am not going to claim every shooter will print tiny groups with every cheap box of ammo. That is internet nonsense. But in capable hands, the P07 is absolutely capable of strong accuracy at 25 yards. It shoots better than its price tag suggests. And that has always been part of the CZ appeal. They feel like working guns, but they shoot like something more expensive. Now, reliability. This is where the P07 earns its spot. These pistols have a reputation for running through high round counts, cheap range ammo, dust, carbon, neglect, and normal defensive training abuse. It is not flashy, it is not dramatic, it just works. And for a defensive gun, that is exactly what you want. Maintenance is also affordable. Recoil springs are not expensive. Common wear parts are not hard to replace. And the platform does not require you to dump hundreds of dollars into upgrades just to make it trustworthy. But there are downsides. The slide gives you less surface area to grab. So if your hands are wet, sweaty, cold, or injured, you need deliberate mechanics. The aftermarket is also limited compared to Glock. You will not find endless trigger shoes, base plates, magwells, and flashy accessories everywhere. This is not a Lego set for adults. It is a tool. Current street pricing usually falls from the mid-400s into the mid-500s, depending on condition, model, and the deal you catch. And at that price, you are getting serious European engineering. For the same money people spend on pistols with better marketing and worse character. The CZ-P07 is for the shooter who values training, trigger control, mechanical confidence, and real performance over internet hype. Number 2, Arex Delta Gen 2. If the CZ-P07 is the old-school hammer-fired sleeper, the Arex Delta Gen 2 is the modern striker-fired sleeper. This pistol comes out of Slovenia, and the American market has mostly ignored it. Why? Simple. It does not have the same name recognition as Glock. It does not have the same fan base as SIG. It does not have the same shelf dominance as Smith & Wesson. But when you actually get it on the bench, you realize this is not some cheap copy. This is a serious workhorse pistol. At first glance, people call it a Glock clone, polymer frame, striker fired, double stack magazine, modern carry profile. I get it. But internally, the Delta Gen 2 is doing its own thing. It uses removable front and rear frame inserts. Those inserts carry key rail and fire control components. And the important detail is this: the front insert is the serialized component. That means the polymer grip frame is not the heart of the firearm in the same way it is on many traditional polymer pistols. That gives the gun a more modular personality. You can change the grip frame, customize it, replace damaged polymer parts, and keep the core of the pistol intact. That is smart engineering. The striker system is also worth mentioning. Arex uses a partially cocked striker system with multiple internal safeties. That gives the gun a strong safety profile for duty or carry use. The trigger is surprisingly good for the price. Most examples break around 5 pounds. The reset is short, the reset is audible, and compared to many stock striker-fired pistols, it feels clean, not custom, not competition grade, but clean. And for a budget-friendly defensive pistol, that is a win. The slide is made from nitro-carburized steel. That helps with corrosion resistance and wear resistance. The barrel uses a proven Browning-style tilting design. Nothing weird, nothing fragile, nothing that screams gimmick. The lockup feels solid. The gun feels tighter than the price suggests. And when you shoot it, it does not feel like a bargain bin pistol. That is the whole point. The ergonomics are where this gun really starts to make sense. The Delta Gen 2 is slim for a double-stack 9mm. It is noticeably thinner than a Glock 19, and that matters if you carry every day. A pistol can have great specs, but if it is uncomfortable enough that you leave it at home, it has failed the mission. The Delta gives you a good balance, slim profile, real capacity, modern controls, good shootability. Most Gen 2 models can also be found in optics-ready configurations. That is a major advantage today. Red dots are not a fad anymore. They are part of the modern handgun world. And finding an optics-ready carry pistol at this price, that does not feel like junk, is rare. The Delta Gen 2 also has a solid reputation for service life. Shooters have pushed these guns into serious round counts with normal lubrication and basic maintenance. The wear patterns tend to be consistent. The extractor holds up, the ejector does not look fragile, and the gun does not feel like it is living on borrowed time. But again, there are trade-offs. The grip texture is aggressive, very aggressive. It is great when your hands are wet, great when you are shooting fast, great when the gun is sweaty. But if you carry inside the waistband without an undershirt, it can chew on your skin. The magazines are also proprietary. They are good steel magazines, but you are not walking into every big box store and finding them like Glock mags. If you buy this pistol, buy extra magazines early. And then there is the resale issue, because nobody knows what it is. If you ever sell it, you may not get the attention you would get from a Glock, SIG, or Smith & Wesson. That is not because the gun is bad. It is because the market is still sleeping on it. Current pricing often runs from the low 300s into the low 400s, depending on the model and optics-ready setup. And when you look at what you are getting, a slim carry pistol, a modular insert system, an optics-ready option, a good trigger, and serious reliability, it becomes a textbook sleeper. The Arex Delta Gen 2 proves you do not need a $1,000 custom build to carry a modern defensive pistol that can actually run. Number 3. Beretta APX A1. Now we get to the ugly duckling, the Beretta APX A1. The original APX launched back in 2016 as Beretta's serious entry into the United States Army Modular Handgun System trials. This was not a casual range toy. It was built for hard use, military use. Dust, mud, round count, neglect, the kind of abuse that separates real duty pistols from pretty display case guns. But in early 2017, that contract went to Sig Sauer. And in the civilian market, that loss crushed the APX reputation. People looked at it and said, that was the gun that lost. Then came the slide design. The original APX had those chunky serrations people called Toblerone cuts. And once the internet decides a gun is ugly, good luck changing that story. But Beretta did not quit. They went back to work. They cleaned up the design. They improved the ergonomics. And in 2022, they released the APX A1. The A1 looks cleaner, feels better, and still keeps the real strength of the original platform. It is built like a tank. This pistol is not trying to be the lightest gun in the case. It is not trying to be a race gun. It is not trying to win Instagram. It is built around mass, durability, and long-term mechanical life. The slide is thick. It has real steel mass behind it, and that extra weight changes how the gun cycles. More slide mass can reduce slide velocity. That can make the unlocking cycle feel less violent, and it can help reduce wear over time. It also gives the gun a softer, more controlled recoil impulse than people expect. The first time a lot of shooters fire the APX A1, they are surprised, because they expected ugly, but they got smooth. The chassis system is another strength. Like the SIG P320, the Beretta uses a separate serialized chassis. It gives the pistol a strong internal foundation. The slide rides on full-length steel rails, and that gives the gun a very solid mechanical feel. Most shooters will never shoot enough to wear one out. But the design tells you what Beretta was thinking. This was built as a duty gun first, not a trend piece. The recoil system also helps. Beretta uses a flat recoil spring design. That helps manage energy through the cycle. It is not a sexy feature. Nobody walks into a gun shop asking about flat recoil springs. But armorers notice, instructors notice, high round count shooters notice, because over thousands of rounds, small design choices add up. Reliability is where the APX A1 makes its argument. The APX family was built around duty use. Beretta has a long history with military and police pistols. And this platform carries that same mindset. It is not delicate. It is not picky. It has a reputation for eating a wide range of 9mm ammo. Basic 115 grain range brass. Dirty steel case Wolf. Aluminum case Blazer. The kind of ammo real people actually train with. That matters. Because a defensive gun that only runs with expensive premium ammo is not practical for most shooters. A real training gun has to handle real training ammo. The APX A1 does that well. Long-term durability is also strong. You can find reports from shooters, instructors, and armorers running APX pistols into serious round counts with basic maintenance. Springs get replaced. The gun keeps going. That is what a working pistol should do. But the APX A1 has drawbacks. First, the reputation. Even though the A1 looks much better than the original, a lot of shooters still remember the old APX as the weird-looking Beretta that lost the Army trial. That is hard to shake. Second, the slide is bulky. If you want a slim pistol for deep concealment, this may not be your first choice. The same mass that makes it soft shooting also makes it feel thick on the belt. Third, the aftermarket is limited. Beretta USA support is solid, but you are not getting the endless universe of Glock triggers, barrels, magwells, and custom parts. Again, this is a working gun, not an accessory project. Here is where it gets crazy. Real street prices often fall in the low to mid 300s, depending on the retailer, version, rebate, and inventory. That means you can get a modern Beretta duty pistol from one of the oldest firearm manufacturers in the world for less than many basic striker-fired competitors. That is not just a good deal. That is the market ignoring value right in front of its face. The APX A1 is for the shooter who wants a tank, not a beauty queen, not a status symbol, a tank. So no, I am not ranking these from best to worst. That is not the point. These are three different answers to the same serious question. What is the most reliable duty-grade handgun I can buy for the least amount of money? The CZP-07 is for the shooter who values old-school European engineering, a real double-action system, and a pistol that rewards training. The Arex Delta Gen 2 is for the modern concealed carrier, who wants a slim, optics-ready, striker-fired pistol without paying premium brand money. And the Beretta APX A1 is for the shooter who wants pure durability, soft recoil, and military trial DNA at a price that makes no sense in today's market. The gun industry wants you chasing hype. It wants you buying the logo. It wants you thinking expensive always means better. But when the chips are down, only one metric really matters: reliability per dollar. Because the best gun in the world is useless if you cannot afford the ammo to master it. A $500 pistol with training, ammo, and range time will beat an $800 Safe Queen every day of the week. So the next time somebody at the gun counter tells you that you have to spend $600, $700, or $800 just to protect your family, remember these three sleepers. They are not famous. They are not flashy. They are not chasing trends. They just work. And that is exactly why they matter. Drop a comment below. Have you run the CZP-07, the Arex Delta Gen 2, or the Beretta APX A1? Or is there another underrated goldmine I missed? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, stay sharp.